Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's weekend whip, I'm going to be working on an old whip from Magical Dawn and possibly another one. I just want to play today. I don't really have any desires to finish a page today. I just want to put color on paper and have fun with it and not have a plan because I am just in that headspace right now. So I am going to take a sip of my tea, and I need this cup today. For two reasons. So I don't think you guys will be able to see what it says. You probably can't, but you can see there's some words on there, but one of them says stay positive. And the other reason is because it's got caffeine in it. So that'll help keep me awake. Let me start out by saying everything's okay. Everything's all right. I'm just having a little bit of trouble. Yeah, just a little bit of trouble. Just I'm not great, and getting here today is probably going to be my biggest accomplishment. So, all right. So this is the page that I want to work on. This is an old whip where I had used, I believe it was Neocolors in the background. I'm not positive. But I'm going to try to fix a little bit of that and then maybe add some colors to some other things on the page. This is going to be a mostly like purpley, pink, and blue. Well, I might do all the colors. I don't know. But this is my Magical Dawn book where I have all of the colors on every page are going to be pinks, blues, and purples, or just like one page of blue, one page of all pink. You know what I mean? I think I've showed this enough times on here that you guys probably are like, yeah, we get it, Erica. We get it. Okay, so I'm going to use my Neocolors. So I'm going to grab the colors that I think I might have used. So let's compare here. So I'm guessing there was a mix of, well, maybe that's just periwinkle up there. And then like some of the other purpley pinks this way. So I feel like that's too dark. Maybe I added in some ultramarine up there too. We're just going to do that. We're just going to add in some ultramarine and some periwinkle, which is not that one, it's this one. And then we've got, I'm going to do violet, so I'm pretty sure that's in there, which is this guy. Then, yeah, I think I'm just going to go through the entire thing. Pretty much. Okay, I think I'm just gonna do that. But I'm just gonna go ahead and add in this color right over top of what I've already done. And while I'm coloring, I will chat with you guys. So, good morning. Well, it's morning for me. I am, I got to sleep in a little bit today. It's Saturday morning for me. And I spent a good amount of time trying to figure out what I was going to color for you guys because I don't currently have any whips that I feel like working on that I was working on, and I went through, I don't know, multiple books trying to figure out what I wanted to color today. This past week, I just had a big, just a struggle. I was sick first, and then kind of after that went away, I didn't have any energy. I couldn't really do anything. Like I felt just like I was trapped on the couch, and that was not cool. And then I was like reading and stuff all week, and that probably didn't help like try to get me out of it either. Because then I'll get sucked into whatever I'm reading and just kind of sit. So I didn't really color this week. I didn't really, I did work a little bit on a video one day, but then I couldn't I couldn't do it anymore. So that is still waiting. So I'm still working on the bear video. But I do have part of it done, and I will be working on that hopefully next week. Yeah, it was just rough for me this week. Like I said, nothing in particular happened, which is really frustrating because, like, if something had happened, then I could blame it on that, you know? But yeah, it's just, you know, it was my struggle bus week, I guess. Yeah, I did talk to a couple of my lovely coloring friends, and they were kind of going through the same thing, so I didn't feel quite so bad about it. Because, you know, you beat yourself up when you get in these slumps or moods or whatever the hell it is, depressive episodes, I don't know. But you beat yourself up, or at least I do. And it's not always fun well, it's not great to treat yourself that way to begin with, but you just kind of get, you know, stuck in that repetitive headspace where you're like, what are you doing? Why aren't you up? Just do something. And yeah, it was rough. But today we have no plans, so that's great. I have decided that I'm going to film this video for you guys. Then I'm going to try to get some things done around the house that have been neglected. So I've got some dishes, I've got some laundry, and then in between that, I'm going to be trying to do some other things that I know that need to get done. And I'm not going to sit and read. I think that's been my biggest thing, because it's just, you know, the combination of the depressive episode or whatever plus the reading just is not a good not a good mix for me. It just kind of makes me like ignore everything else outside of this imaginary world that's going on in my head that I'm reading. So typically when I do one layer of Neocolors and I come back in and do the second layer, it looks much better. So I'm hoping that this is a little bit better second time around. And I'm not cleaning my brush off in between because I kind of want all these colors to merge and mesh together. So I probably should put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. Maybe I'll go back and do that and just be like, hey, just so you know, I talk a little bit about depression, and if that's not your cup of tea, maybe this video is not quite right for you. Because I know that sometimes people catch these weekend whip videos and they're like, why is she talking so much? Why doesn't she just talk about the coloring that she's doing? And I know that, you know, the majority of you that watch this know that that's kind of not what this video is about so much. I mean, I'll show you what I'm working on, but it's not really a tutorial. It's not really anything like that. This is a weekly therapy session, right? Or just like a chance to chat with you all. All right. So I told you about how my weeks went. We did have some snow this week, which was nice. I was really happy. I like it. I like my seasons a lot. And while I don't want it to be snowy and cold all the time, I do like it on occasion. So that was, and we had a snow day from school. So, well, not really a snow day because they're all on iPads and whatnot now. So, they had an e-learning day. So my youngest had to be on her iPad and like doing schoolwork and stuff until about noon. And then they sent out a school-wide text and were like, okay, we're done. Go have fun in the snow. which of course she refused to do. And I was just like, man, that would have been so fun. But yeah, it was nice. Made sure that I got my grocery order in before that hit, so I didn't have to try to fight people for milk or bread or eggs or whatever it is people go crazy for before a storm. Yeah, and that day was nice and relaxing because I didn't have to worry about getting anybody anywhere. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. So, yeah, and then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, the new season of the Critical Role cartoon is out. It's called The Legend of Vox Machina, if you are interested. It's on Amazon. It's ridiculously good. So we're in season 2 right now. So I definitely would recommend this if you like adult animation. It's very adult. There's cussing. There's other kinds of scenes. There's, lots of gore and violence. But it's freaking fantastic. Like, I'm not a huge, I don't watch anime or anything like that. My kids all love that, and I really love, Disney cartoons and things like that, but I didn't ever really sit and watch anime or anything. And it's just so good. It's not anime per se, but it is just a really good cartoon, really good animated series. So if you like that kind of stuff, even if you've never seen the them playing the D&D show, it's basically just based on their campaigns, and it's just amazing. So anyway, that came out. So the next group of episodes came out for the second season, and so we watched that, which was so good. Oh, I love it so much. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. That's been about it. That and reading have been my week. How sad is that? And I've taken my kiddo to school, and I ran a couple other errands. I did get to go out to lunch with my aunt. My mom was supposed to go, but she was not feeling great, so that was nice. I haven't seen her since Christmas, so she's like my second mom, basically, because she never had kids, and my mom and her are probably were kind of the closest out of the sisters, and so she just kind of adopted us, basically. She was just like, all right, you guys are mine. And we got, I don't know, I wouldn't want to say that we get treated like her kids, but we kind of do, my brother and I. And then, my kids are like her grandkids. So, yeah, she's like my second mom. And so I like to spend time with her. I like to see her. I like to make sure she's doing okay. So that was nice to see her. Yeah, that's been pretty much my week. I do really like the book series I'm reading. I got so angry. So I think I told you guys about this last week. I started this Zodiac Academy series. I can't remember the author's names. There's 2 sisters that write it together. I will put their names on screen in case you are interested. But they write books together, not just this one book, but all books, a bunch of books. And they were saying, I got through, when I started reading this, I looked and I saw that it was an 8 series. the book had 8 books in it, or the series had 8 books in it. And so I was just like, okay, well, let's see let's see how it is. And then I started checking it out, and it looked like that book 8 was going to be the last book. And I'm reading, and I got through book 6 or 7 or whatever, and they have those little, whatever it is, afterwards or whatever that the author writes in at the end of the book, you know, telling you, sorry, we left you on a cliffhanger, and please don't kill us, and, you know. But then they said, you know, and, you know, next book 8 will be the last book. Well, I was so excited because, like, I'm going to finish the book. I'm going to know what happens with my characters. Everything's going to be great. They didn't finish the series. They're like, well, we needed another book to finish this series. And I'm like, no. And the book is not written. It's not started. There's no release date. It just says 2023. And I'm like, when is this coming out? It's going to drive me crazy. I was so frustrated. But then they had another series that was adjacent to this one. So I started reading that one instead. And I'm just like, ugh, so angry. Okay, that already looks better. It's still a little wet, but that's okay. I think that I'm going to add some, maybe I'll do that in pencil because there's so many little tiny things and I want a lot of this to be visible. So I think I'll do that in pencil down at the bottom. I could do my little mouse. I don't know if he should be brown or gray. Or maybe white. He could be white rat. No, I want him to be a little brown mouse. I think, yeah. But I don't want him to be like yellowy brown. So I think this is the one that I need. So we're just going to try this. I'm just going to do a little, and I can't do the tails where they're pink. It just freaks me out. So he's going to have a little brown tail. And I'm just going to do a quick base layer on him with this, and then I'll go back over with my pencils on this part. But I hate it when they have, like, I like mice. I think mice are cute, but I don't like rats when they have the icky tail and like the little, I don't know, I don't like their feet. I don't know why. It makes no sense. It's just me. All right, let's see what we got here. I didn't want him to be super dark, so I just did a light layer. All right, let's see what else for the channel. So next week, be on the lookout for definitely the bear video, definitely the completed pages video. Yeah, I think that's it. And then I'm gonna try, hopefully I'll be able to film this either today or tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do a planner video as well. So I'll be planning my February out. It's not, well, I mean, it's not really planning it. It's just kind of showing you guys how I set up and decorate my little planner. I want a little bit more color on his body, I think. And then, yeah, and then I do have some other videos. Like I said, I know I've said this in previous videos that I do want to start doing. There were a couple where people had asked like how I do backgrounds and if I could do like a video on backgrounds. I had another person ask me to do a video showing you all the different ways I use alcohol markers, and what else was there? Another one where they were asking if I could show how I used crayons, which I don't use very often. because the way that I use them ends up hurting my hand after a little while, because I press so hard to try to get the, you know, the blending and the color at the end, which I probably could use some kind of solvent for that instead of trying to push so hard, but yeah, so there have been several requests, and when you guys request the videos, I do make a little list. I have a little list that that I have, and then I will kind of go through that and be like, okay, well, what can I make right now? Sometimes I can make them pretty quick, and sometimes the turnaround is a little bit longer. So if you haven't seen a video you've requested, the timing hasn't worked out. But I will hopefully be able to get to it at some point. All right, I'm not liking that at all. I don't like it. I don't like that color. I wish I would have used just a different, like a, I don't know, something different. Let's see, what else can I do? I can do some of these mushrooms. So I think I'm gonna have 3 colors of mushrooms. So I'll have these ones be one color, these ones be one color, and these ones be one color, but I don't know which colors because I don't really want them to blend into the background. I would like them to pop off the page a little bit. However, maybe I could use, some pinks or like darker purples. So I do have ink tints that I could use on this as well, or I could just use my pencils, but maybe I could use some markers. That might work. Let me grab my markers. Okay, so these are my Crayola Super Tips. I do have a few colors that would probably go well. I like this 30. Let me grab that. Let's just use it on something. I don't know what yet. Let's use it on these guys. Yeah, that works. And if I go over the dots, that's okay, because I'll probably end up coming through with a white Posca or something to make those nice and white. So I think the background looks better already, and that's just, you know, with one extra layer. I can still go in just picking up the color straight from the stick and putting it on there with my brush that way. I have had people ask me how I get, how I don't have any streaks with my Crayola markers, and I absolutely do have streaks. I just want you to see. So there's lots of, you know, inconsistencies in the way that I colored that, but when I use my pencils over top, I tend to be able to smooth it out. So you just kind of have to, you know, be careful not to go over the same place too many times. And then if you have to kind of get back to where, and it works better if you can work quickly and work while the marker's still wet. I don't know if that makes sense. Because while these don't really blend with each other, they are, you know, like blend like alcohol markers do, they still will kind of blend on certain papers together. So sometimes you can get pretty smooth coverage. And I'm not pushing hard. My marker is like barely touching the page. That might be another thing, is if you push really hard with these, that's not great. I mean, it's not great for the tip of the marker, first of all, but it's, you know, I guess maybe pushes the marker down into the paper more. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's happening, but yeah, don't push hard with your markers. And that goes for your alcohol markers too, because that ruins the tip of your marker too. All right, I like this purple. Trying to decide if I need like a darker purple, because I have some darker purples. I also have like this pinky purple, which I kind of like. I don't know. I'm very tempted to do like dark purpley lines and then have it be a little bit lighter on the ends, on the like between here. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna grab a darker purple for this. I'm gonna grab the 33. This one's a pretty dark purple. This one's almost blue too. Let's see what else is going on. Not a whole lot really. Like I did have a couple posts on Instagram, I think early this week maybe, or I don't even know if I posted on Instagram this week. I've responded to a couple things on Instagram, but I've not really been on that app very much this week either. Okay, I like that. I think a lot of these little wavy things that are in the background are going to be a nice dark color. Trying to think what I did post. I don't know. I don't know what I've posted since I've talked to you guys, but I do have some really cute pages, I think, posted up there. I posted my tiger page, which I love. So I colored a page. I think I might have started it. I don't know if I started on a weekend whip or what it was, but you guys got to see me do, I think I started with like Neocolors or something in the background. So I showed you guys that on the video, and then yeah, and then I finished that page up and I love the way it turned out. I think it's so cool. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab a couple of my Tombow markers and see what I can do with the rest of that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I've got what I wanna do. I think I'm gonna do darker on the insides and lighter on the outsides. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And if I don't like it, it's too late. Okay, what else was I talking about? I don't remember. I'm just gonna go right over all of these dots and I'll come back in with like a, probably like my Posca. I have a, oh, I don't know if that's gonna go over the white or, So I tried to use Posca over water-based markers previously and it did not go great, but if I'm using a colored Posca, maybe it'll work better. I don't know. I'm going to try to use like a purple. I have a light purple Posca, so I think that would be good for the dots. I just don't know if that will work for me or not. I can't remember if it was these markers or my the ones that are not the brand name, so they're like store-bought ones. I can't remember which ones were the ones that bled really bad. So I'm using my Zig brushables, which I love these markers. If you have not tried these are super cool. They have 2 different colors, so there's a lighter and a darker of each shade, and it's just, they're just nice. I like them. And I know this really blends in with the background, but I'm gonna try to do some shading and stuff on that to differentiate. Between the two, but you know, we'll see. Right now I'm literally, like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm just kind of putting color on paper and seeing what happens. Yeah, that really blends into the background. Maybe not the best choice for this one. Too late. Yeah, I don't really have, like I said, I didn't really do anything this week, so I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about. I'm looking forward to feeling better. I'm hoping that that's going to be the case. It's almost like a, you know, I might have to like force myself to feel better, if that makes any sense. I don't know if it does or not, but yeah, I'm going to try that on these guys. Sometimes if you just kind of get yourself in that mindset at, you know, just, you kind of have to like manhandle yourself into feeling better. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that. I have no idea what these ones look like, but these ones are a little more purpley. Well, blue, kind of blue tone to the purple. Okay. There's that. I'm just going to keep working on these guys. And hopefully it doesn't look crazy. Yeah, I'm just going to go with it. Let's see. What else? If you guys have any video requests, let me know. Anything that you'd like to see me do or try, or anything like that. I did put a poll out there to see which pencils you guys would like me to try in my next color, or use in my next color along. I put several kind of budget brand pencils out there. So far the winners are the Brute Fooner Squares, which I love those pencils, so that is not going to be a problem at all. I like all the pencils that I put on the poll, but out of all of them, I'm probably those are my favorite. I think I had Crayola and Crazy Art and Shuttle Art pencils maybe on there. I don't have a ton of pencils. That's something I could do. I guess I could go through and show you my pencil collection again. It has changed since the last one I filmed, so if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. And I thought about, you know, talking about the ones that I use most often. I think I did. I don't remember in my top 10 breakdown from that I did of last year. I think I did my top 10 supplies, but I didn't do like my top 10 pencils or anything like that. I don't know that I have. I mean, I have one set that's my favorite, but the others, I mean, I kind of love all my pencils equally, right? They're all my babies. I love them all. But I do like some more than others. So, I don't know. Let me know if you'd like me to list my favorite pencils, or if you'd just rather see like a whole pencil collection. I can talk a little bit about like which ones I use more, when I use those kind of pencils and stuff like that on that video too. So I almost want to leave these white, so I might come back in and try to make that white again. I don't know why I like that, I just do. Or maybe make it more pink. Maybe that's what needs to happen. I'm trying to think. So I didn't post all the pictures that I finished this month, but so Jamie's Coloring Love is doing like a magical color along throughout the year, and her first month, this month, was her first theme was dragons. And so I literally went through and pulled out every book that I had. I have like 4 or 5 that are just dragons. But I pulled out every book that I had where I found dragons that I wanted to color. And I did, I think, 3 pages and started another one, which I only posted, no, I did 4 pages. I only posted one of them that I finished. But yeah. I'm thinking that that's going to be an issue each month, because she's going to post what her creature is for the month, and I'm going to go crazy and try to find all of them in my books. That'd be a fun, there was a video out not too long ago that was done by A Cluttered Life that asked how many owls you've colored, but that'd be fun, like how many dragons have you colored, how many fairies have you colored. I bet fairies would be way up there for a lot of people. Yeah, that would be a cute video. All right, so I think maybe I'm gonna go more pink. I think that's what the problem is here. So let me see what I got here. I think this is a good pink for this color. Maybe not that one. Yeah, let's do that one. Not that different from the color that's already on there. Yeah, I like that pink better. It's gonna be really close to this color though, isn't it? Everything's just blending together. It's gonna be like one of those, I don't know, camouflage pages where you have to find all of the little pieces in there and figure out what's what, because everything looks like it's the same. I'll get these last 2 done. And I might do some of these little swirly dudes. I think I'll probably just do those with marker and add a little bit of shading at something at the bottoms of them, or when they overlap or things like that. All right, well, it's more than I had done on this page, so that's good at least. Let's see, what time is it? All right, I got a little bit more time. Yeah, I'm gonna do those guys. So let's see what I got here. I think this is a nice, that's really dark. Yeah, we're gonna try it on these guys and see how that goes. It's almost black, but it's got a little bit of a purpley blue color in there too. I'll probably end up doing the ground color kind of similar to this, maybe. Okay, I like that. That'll work. Do you guys have any books where you've like set a color palette or picked a specific brand of markers or pencils or whatever to work in them? I think I saw Zucchini Kitty. She, in her Magical Dawn book, she has a specific color palettes, and she's got specific pencils that she uses on every page. And I love the way that it looks when it's done, but it would drive me crazy. So that's why I kind of limited, like my limitations are not to that extreme on mine, because I just did purple. There needs to be purple, blue, and or pink on every page. But I can mix in other colors, and I can, you know. But I use a lot of those three colors. I use a lot of purple and blue and pink. So I figured that would be a good color combo for me anyway. Ooh, there's some little ones down in here that I need to get. I really like using my water-based markers in these books because it makes it go so much faster, and then you can come in and add your shading and stuff with your pencils, and you just need a little bit here and there, and it makes it go so much faster. I wish I would have discovered that a while ago. But, you know, I'm doing it now, so. I'll show you the other page. I'm just going to do these guys down here, and I'm going to show you that other page that I was going to work on. I've just done a background on it, but I think it's going to be so pretty. I just don't think I'm going to be able to finish it this month, which makes me grumpy because it's very appropriately themed for January. So I'm excited for next month. I definitely will be coloring in my Nice Little Town Valentine's Day book. I don't really know what other plans I have yet for that. Guess I'll figure that out as I'm setting up my planner. But definitely in that Nice Little Town Valentine's Day. I do have several PDFs that I could color. At my video this past Monday, my Mixed Up Monday video was coloring little Valentine's Day digital stamps and then making cards out of them. So that was fun. They all turned out really cute, the ones that I ended up completing. I'm hoping to do a couple more card videos next month before Valentine's Day, so we'll see. And I am going to look into seeing how much the P.O. boxes and all of that stuff, so I can get that set up. And then I can start sending cards out to you guys and be excited for that. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm definitely going to use that marker on the rest of those. That's going to be cool. The bottom part down here will be dark. Maybe I'll do my stars dark instead of like bright white or something. That'd be cool. Be a little different for me, huh? All right. Oh, I was going to show you the other one I did. So I was coloring in this one, which I hadn't colored in yet, and I'm excited. But I got that background done. Isn't that pretty? I did that with my Inktense. And I'm excited to color the rest of this guy. I just started struggling with him. I didn't know if I wanted to use, like I have some sparkly watercolors, metallic watercolors I thought would be perfect. But I don't know yet. I still don't know if I want to do like white or blue or purple or pink or what I want to do on him. I know I do want it to be shiny. I'm pretty sure. So, but yeah, I really like that background. And I'll show you a sneak peek of the other one. I just did the inside cover. Whoop, there it is. But yeah, that was fun. I just got my Inktense out one day. I was like, I want to color dragons. Done. And so I started coloring. Okay, that's it for me today. I know this is a little bit longer. Thank you guys for listening and for being here for me to vent to. I do feel a little bit better already. So, yeah, I'm gonna sit and color some more and edit this and get it out to you all. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And thanks so much for being here. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.